Hey guys, coming at you with another video. Today we're going to be reviewing new manga that I'm excited for, like upcoming manga that will be releasing pretty soon. So we're going to start it off with a product that's coming out soon. It's not actually like a new manga series. We'll get into that in a second. But this is just a cool product that's releasing soon, and it's actually a Blue Period box set. Blue Period's an art sign-in manga, I believe. That's like kind of a slice of life, and it's about this young artist who's going through struggles, I believe. I don't know too much about it, but it's a very highly rated manga, and they're coming out with a box set, so that's all I'm really gonna say. It's it's a good product. I might even get into it. Box sets are fantastic for anyone who's on a budget, or anyone who really just doesn't want to spend like $100 extra. Plus, in box sets, you normally get cool artwork stuff that comes along with it. Plus, you get a box. So, it's a nice product. But now, we're going to actually get into the manga. So, to start it off, we got Oshi no Ko, I believe. Oshi no Ko. Oshi no Ko. 3 words, okay. 3 different words. Anyway, so it's about a 17-year-old talented idol that is beautiful, and she's pregnant, but no one knows. And her gynecologist, the person who's delivering the baby, is a huge fan. And unexpectedly, the person who's delivering the baby, the huge fan, gets killed by a mysterious figure. And then that same person delivering the baby gets reborn as that woman's child, that idol's child, which is very, very cool. It could turn out to be something. I also believe that the author also wrote Kaguya-sama Love is War. Very clever series. And yeah, the art looks good. It looks very, very good, not gonna lie. But it might not be for me. That's not the one I'm looking at quite. But next, we will go over to The Summer Hikaru Died. This is a sign-in horror manga that is... I don't believe it's like that visually scary as it is psychology, like in your head scary, you know what I mean? Because there's 2 friends, Yoshiki and Hikaru, who are best friends, and they live in a small village, and they're the only children that are, oh my god, they're the only children their age in that village. So the 2 boys become like best friends, and then Hikaru dies, and then Hikaru becomes this otherworldly being, threatening to kill Yoshiki if Yoshiki cannot accept the being that Hikaru has become. And Yoshiki is like really wrecked with grief and unable to let go of his best friend, especially because you can see him every single day just through a monster that isn't really Hikaru, right? So it's really sad, and yeah, I believe it'll be like a horror, but if you're into that, good for you. It looks like a really good story. It looks like a really good manga, to be honest, but it's just not 100% what I'm into. I might get it, but I don't know. Next, we have Sayora and the House of Monsters. This is about Sayora, who is a young orphan girl who is like raised by knights and is trained to battle like all these monsters that are constantly attacking their kingdom. And Sayora keeps on training, but by the time that she's ready to like fight, there's been peace that has been declared between the monsters and the humans. So she has to find a new purpose and a new home, and she finds Crick, the dwarf, who is leader of the monster architects, and Sayora works with Crick to build new homes. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that makes it not sound that great, but like, I think it could be really, really good. It could end up being like, there's so many loose possibilities there, which could not be good, but like there's so many possibilities that they could choose boring ones, or they could choose to make it over the top fantastic. You never know. But it does sound pretty intriguing. Next, we will move on to Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun, I believe. Yeah. So pretty much Iruma Suzuki is 14 years old and has been pretty unfortunate his whole life. He had to work for his parents, even though he was underage. His parents were very irresponsible. And one day, he figures out that his parents actually sold him to the demon Sullivan. However, Iruma is worried that people will like find him discovering he's a human. Yeah. And it turns out really difficult because Sullivan is the chairman of the school. And everybody expects Iruma to become the next Demon King. And yeah, this one's getting good. We're getting into the ones that I'd probably get, to be honest. And I'd get all these, so, you know, I think this is pretty good. But, yeah, so, one second. Oh, okay. So, this one is about, like, obviously a kid who goes to a demon school. So, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was gonna relate it to, like, MHA, but nope. Yeah. So, now we're gonna move on to the next one, which is Ayashimon. Ayashimon is about a guy named Maro Kaido who, inspired by his favorite manga heroes, spent a lot of his life training ruthlessly. He became really strong, and no business will hire him, and no martial arts organizations will accept him because he's so strong. And once he reaches like his wit's end, he encounters a young girl named Urara, who is a Yakuza head fleeing from an enemy group. So, just to clear this up, Yakuzas are like Ayashimon in this world. And Ayashimon are supernatural creatures possessing multiple powers who now lurk in the shadows of Japan. And these Ayashimon are created because of the death of Enma's syndicate's chairman. And it led to creating all these Ayashimon. And Urara tries to chase him away because he's obviously a normal being. And obviously Yakuza are like, or not obviously, sorry. Yakuza are like gangs that fight like each other, I believe. But so Maro ends up joining Urara's Yakuza group, becoming its first member. And remember that they're going to fight other Yakuza groups filled with Ayashimon. So Maro is an overpowered human that goes to fight all these Ayashimon. This one's looking pretty good. Yeah. It's like One Punch Man, but probably not actually, because these Ayashimon seem pretty strong. But yeah, this one looks, I might pick up this one. Next, we have, one second, Dark Gathering. Dark Gathering is a new manga, obviously, that is about a guy, a college freshman to be specific, named Keitaru Gentuga. He hates ghosts. But sadly, he has a knack for attracting all those spirits. 2 years ago, he had a connection that led him to receiving a spiritual injury on his right hand, with his friend getting caught in the crossfire. This event caused him to be shut in, leaving him with very poor social skills. Keiteru is slowly starting to mingle with society thanks to his childhood friend, Eiko Hozuki. Keitaru takes on the part-time job of a private tutor, and his first pupil is none other than Aiko's cousin, who's the guy that got him into society more, Yayoi Hozuki. Yayoi is a child prodigy, but she has a spiritual constitution, just like Keiteru. However, in contrast to Keiteru, she yearns to encounter spirits. So Keiteru kind of wants to stay away, but Yayoi wants to get closer to them, because she wants to find the ghost that took her mother away. And Keiteru is dragged along by Yayoi and Aiko to the haunted spots, and his part-time job is straying away and away from its original purpose. So don't get me wrong, it does seem like it could be like a comedy thing, but no, this is a horror. So if you're willing to do this, just don't be a scaredy cat, because there are some pretty scary little monsters in there, I'm pretty sure. Little spirits. But yeah, this one looks really good. This one and the last one, Ayashimon, are like interchangeable for me, because I feel like this one's hit or miss, but I saw a couple of the panels and it looked pretty beautiful. And it was also, I like the story, so that might just be me. But yeah, on to the next one. So the next one, oh my god, I was so about to put this one in first. We have Mr. Villain's Day Off. Oh my god, this is a comedy through and through, which, I mean, they're hit or miss, but this one seems, if it's anywhere near my, like what I hope, if it's anywhere near that, then it's gonna be a banger. So anyway, so this Mr. Villain, so as a member of this malevolent organization, the general is tasked with, the general is the malevolent organization, sorry. And the general is tasked with invading Earth and wiping out humanity. But even these extraterrestrial beings need a chance to rest. So our main character is part of the general, and they need a chance to rest. And not even the Rangers, which is a team that is dedicated to defeating the general, will stand in the way of this guy, this villain, visiting pandas at the zoo, buying ice cream at the convenience store, and just enjoying his day off. This one, this one's really funny. I think that it could be really, really good. Like, they could make this story, like, immaculate. Especially, like, if we get to see some of, like, what this Mr. Villain does, then that would make it even more exciting for me. But, yeah, no, this one looks really, really good, not gonna lie. Next up, we will go on to the final one on this list. The one that I think is probably my favorite manga that's coming up, and it is on the radar of lots of people, which is Trojan X. Oh my god, I'm really excited for this manga. Why? Is it because it's like just hyped up? Is it because the story looks crazy good? Well, yeah, obviously. But not only that, it is made by my favorite author so far, Sui Ishida. He made Tokyo Ghoul. Bam! Tokyo Ghoul is a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. It's so good. Yeah, like, oh my god. yeah, I just love Tokyo Ghoul. Get into it. Please read Tokyo Ghoul if you haven't already. They come in box sets, as I said earlier. Very nice and affordable way to pick it up. But yeah, let's get right on into Chojin X. So Chojin X is about a second-year high schooler that goes by the name of Tokyo Kurihara. He likes to slack off like at class and stuff, but after school, he works alongside his childhood friend, Azuma Higashi, and they combat the brewing injustice in their town. But Tokyo isn't that strong, whereas Azuma is. And Azuma is normally able to struggle against... is normally able to beat the common thugs that they rarely encounter without a struggle. But there are still fights that Azuma will not pick. Chojins. Chojins are like supernatural beings with powers beyond mere humans. So like kind of like ghouls. Alright? I know someone's gonna say it like, oh, that's the same as Tokyo Ghoul. Not really. I mean, it's Chojins. And there's two people too, right? But what happens here is that they actually run into Chojins and they're forced into like a fight. But they can't flee from their foe. Or actually, I don't know if they run into a Chojin. I think they run into sorry about that. I think they run into a normal human that's just like they already defeated and that's like pretty strong. And he got stronger or something, and they can't run away. And unable to run away, they are forced to inject themselves with a drug that has the possibility to turn someone into a Chojin. While this dose has like no effect on Azuma, probably because he's physically capable, Tokyo grows a beak. In fear of being seen, Tokyo must now figure out how to hide his new identity as a Chojin. But there are obviously people out there that are angry at Tokyo and Azuma's use of the Chojin drug, and they do not want to stay quiet about it. So, I think it might be a, I don't know if Chojins are exactly bad, like ghouls are, but it just makes them like otherworldly strong, which isn't really fair. And they do look pretty scary, as you see on the cover page. Yeah, so it'll be really, really good because Suyashida is fantastic. So I have no doubt that with this, it's a pretty good looking storyline, not gonna lie. And as long as it's a pretty good looking storyline, I think Suyashida will turn it into a masterpiece. I don't have any doubt about it, and yeah. So anyway, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe if you like the content. Leave a comment. I'm not trying to be like that, but you know, it takes a bit to prepare these videos. And yeah, maybe pick up one of these manga, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.